Hello there.
Hi.
Welcome to the Vigo Feeling channel. This episode is behind the scenes for the Austria movie.
Yeah.
So if you're new to our channel, we make behind the scenes on a monthly basis to kind of keep in touch with our audience and also show you behind the scene content and answer all of your questions.
Yeah, so this month we got some really great questions that we're going to answer about our Austria movie. So should we get straight into it?
Let's do it.
So our first one is from Jarvis and Anna on YouTube. And they asked, the first part of the verata for the sky ladder looks just as hard as the actual ladder. And we are going to say it was super hard. We had overhanging rock, like we've mentioned before. Mike carries a lot of camera equipment. The pegs were tiny, it was slippery and raining.
Yeah.
And I really had a bit of a panic attack halfway through. Yeah, I was scared.
Yeah, it was a difficult climb up, and it was a vertical climb up. We've actually got a video.
Yeah, we've got a video
on when you kind of almost had a panic attack.
I had a panic attack.
So we'll show you that now.
Yeah, this is really hard here. So I think I remember here there wasn't any pegs, it was just rock. Okay. It starts my panic attack.
Yeah.
Right on, baby.
Am I stuck?
Yeah, you are. You need to
unclip.
Tension on the rope.
I think when you're doing this, you forget that you are attached by as a verata. So if you do slip, you're just going to hang there. But it's human instinct, I think, to be scared.
Yeah, and also even if you was to slip on the verata, it's dangerous, and people have died just from slipping whilst being attached.
It's not going up, you just have to lean towards the rock. Yeah, so to answer it fully, the actual ladder for me, and I think for Mike, wasn't as physically hard at all as the verata to start with.
Yeah.
If you were considering doing it, please do a lot of research and make sure that you're fit and physically, mentally well to do the verata.
And also always stay clipped in. You've got two clips. Make sure one's always clipped in, and after we'd done the verata, a month later, a British person actually died on the ladder itself.
Because he wasn't clipped in properly.
Yeah, so that really hit home, didn't it? So yeah, just always remain safe at all times. But overall, yeah, it was very difficult to climb up.
It was
very difficult.
Right, so we have one from AJ, from AJ's Road Tripping on YouTube. And he said, if visas were granted, would you travel the Silk Road? We both had to research this after the question, didn't we?
We did, yeah, because we actually had no knowledge of the Silk Road. But when looking into it, I mean, me and Charles would love to just travel everywhere, and I think travelling is endless. You can never get enough of it. Now, with the Silk Road itself, we would have to have so much more knowledge of where we're going, how to do it. It's something we would want to do, but with our current budget at the moment, we're not going to be able to afford it. But yeah, I mean,
just not at the top of our bucket list at the moment. Maybe in the future, if we take off a bit more and want to explore the world a little bit more. For right now, it's a no, but I'm sure in the future we would definitely want to try to do it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you, AJ, for that question. And from Lucy Jones, she loved this video. She said, it looks like you had the most amazing time in Austria. Was it your favourite place? We were not sure whether to answer this question or not, because Austria is beautiful, mountains, the most scenic, picturesque place we've ever been to.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of problems with people there. There were about 5 incidences we came across, and we're very respectful people screaming at us and all sorts of things.
It was an odd experience because we've never experienced the kind of rudeness we experienced in other countries, and every place we travel to, we always respect the culture, we always stay polite, we respect their values and morals, and we try to almost fit in and capture the beauty and the wonderful place of the country. But it was very difficult, one because we were quite tired anyway. We was actually filming Germany and Austria together, which was an adventure in itself.
Yeah,
I mean,
we were going up loads of mountains, and I think the things that we came across actually really mentally hit home to us, and it really made us tired and wonder whether we should keep filming or we should keep going. We do have one incident where an older Austrian gentleman walked into our window and decided he would punch it because he got angry. There was a lot of space for him to walk past.
We had another incident as well where we came to a car park with other motorhomes in, and a guy just started punching the back of our motorhome.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people just screaming and shouting at us. Just very kind of strange incidents where we thought, where some incidents happened, we would be apologetic, but they just wouldn't stop screaming at us. Yeah,
it's a very odd situation. We're not sure if it's the motorhome. We're not sure if it's a generational thing. I mean, we have met some lovely Austrian people, but the percentage of mean people to nice people is a big difference. I think 80% of them, even walking to a shop, people are rude to us, chucking receipts at us.
And bearing in mind, this is just our experience. We're not saying Austria is like this or Austrian people are like this. This is what we've experienced within the 3 to 4 weeks of filming in Austria.
We did capture.
We captured one incident. So we wasn't very happy at this point.
So out of all the problems we have had, we have now had someone break our window.
So what are you going to do?
Our window is broken. It's broken.
Fucking window's broke, mate.
We have finally got to a spot 2 hours later after the bleep broke our window. And Mike, bless him, is trying to build a whole new bit.
Not building a whole plastic, but this is all I've got is plastic pieces basically to glue and fix, and it's a ridiculous piece.
So I don't think we explained it properly when we were quite angry. We had our window open and an old Austrian man hit his head on our window. He got so mad that he decided to smash our window, and he's broken the joint on our window. And he's trying to say that it was our fault because he hit his head on the window. And we had an argument for about 10 minutes because he wasn't looking where he was going. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so it wasn't a very happy experience. No. I mean, when we were away from people in the mountains, we felt great.
Yeah.
You know, I think that you should always be polite to people. You never know what they're going through. And me and Charles are going through a few things at the moment. And it's been a struggle working around that and having to deal with those situations as well. So.
Should we move on to something nicer?
Yeah, a bit more positive.
So we've got another question from Chris Bentley, Walking and Rambling on YouTube. And he asks, why not break these activities into separate vlogs while you're filming? I'm going to leave this one to Mike because he does a lot of the filming and editing.
Yeah, so that's a really good question, and I respect a lot of travel channels that actually do it this way. I guess it's just the styling of editing that I'm doing with the movies. I prefer to put a lot more scenes in the movie itself, less vlogging. I mean, if you watch some of our movies, we can go 5-6 minutes without saying anything, and we would have gone through 2 or 3 scenes. And you know, though I respect people that want to do a lot of vlogging and a lot of talking in their movies, I do my best, even though I don't, in my personal opinion, I don't have enough time to film. So we're in these places for a month or less. It's so difficult to try and get the footage that I need. But with that being said, I do try and make the visual do the talking.
Yeah.
So whatever you're visually seeing is explaining the story in itself rather than actually us having to explain it. But again, you know, I have respect for everyone's way of editing, everyone's way of the way they want to structure their movies. But yeah, we just kind of, we want to, it's more, again, I'd say it's more difficult doing it our way with having watch time, because I think with vlogging more, you can put more time into the movies, which then, and also you can release a movie more sooner, so you could do it every 1 or 2 weeks. We're doing it once a month.
Yeah, bless Mike, like sometimes he's there for 12 hours for 5 or 6 days to do cinematic movies, and we just feel like it's better for us, and we're extremely happy with how the videos come out.
Yeah.
It's just our style.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we'll be a bit more vloggy. Maybe we won't. We'll just see how the channel goes.
Yeah.
But at the moment we're happy with the way the videos are.
Yeah, but not so happy with our watch time.
No,
It's
keep
not
watching
going
our
up.
videos.
It's not going up very well.
From Dodge City Van Life, he asked, how do we prepare for these mountains and what do we take? So we've prepared for years, haven't we? We
have,
We
yeah.
started on little hills, then we started in British mountains, and now we're going on to bigger mountains. But we do have some items to show you that we take for everyday hiking and then for more extreme hikes. So shall I start with the everyday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
every time we go away, we always take gas, and we take our little burner for cooking.
which we've got a few of these burners depending on what we're actually cooking
and how far we're going.
Yeah.
I always take my trusty first aid kit.
Yeah.
It hasn't come in handy so much so far, but
No.
maybe one day.
We love the extra weight.
Food pouches.
Yeah, so these are Wayfarer food pouches.
Yeah.
These are really good. You can eat these cold or hot. You can cook them, either frying or boiling them.
Yeah, we always cook them on here with our little stove. And we must say we've tried a lot of different companies.
Yeah.
And we can't think of a better company. We could eat 5 or 6 of these at a go.
Yeah.
They're amazing. We do take additional snacks with us.
Yeah, I mean, we are, as people would say, foodies,
Yeah,
and they've got some
great.
really good flavours.
They're amazing.
Really good flavours.
Always take one of these for when it gets dark. There's a few times that we've got caught out, whether we've missed a cable car or we've had to hike down the whole mountain, especially in places where there can be grey wolves, there can be wild pigs, and there can be bears. So we'll always make sure we take one of these because it will deter them from coming near you in the dark.
Yeah.
Gloves when we do our via ferratas.
Cheap gloves.
Cheap gloves, yeah. You don't want them too thick because otherwise you can't feel the clips.
Also, so in climbing places, they sell gloves that are like almost £200,
Yeah.
and we cannot afford it. So we've got these gripper gloves, which Workman's wears.
Yeah, just every day, aren't they?
Perfect.
They're amazing.
That would do, and they're like €2 or something silly. So that really helps us out. We just buy loads of them.
And this is the thing that we always pack first, is water. We prefer, they're called camelbacks. We prefer to put our water in here. They slot to the back of our backpacks, and then this just loops round, and we have water. So depending on how long we're going to go, will depend on how much we fill up.
Yeah, so it holds 2.5 litres of water, which is about 2.5 kilograms worth of weight.
Yeah.
It goes a little bit over, but we also sometimes carry isotonic bottles of drink as well to kind of keep our energy up and sugars up.
So I think Mike's got, you've got the other stuff, haven't you?
We have, these are Chelsea's.
Honestly, these are the most amazing things ever. So we went up a glacier in the Zugspitze, and I felt like I was Superwoman with these.
Yeah, this was.
They just go straight into the ice, and it wasn't vertical, but I felt like I could just keep going.
Yeah.
We did see some unfortunate people that had very small little rubber ones with tiny spikes, and I think it took them 3 or 4 times as
it was dangerous.
long. Yeah, and I saw them slip a few times. So really invest. This is something we have invested into a little bit on the expensive side for our budget, but
obviously it all depends on the terrain. So this is mainly for ice and kind of deep snow. You can also get snowshoes, which a lot of people in America use. You can use these, which are for like very thin layers of ice, but still very grippy and useful in thin layers of ice. Much better than just wearing boots, but they're only little spikes and they just wrap around your shoe. So also, safety first, wear a helmet. We use a harness, Via Ferrata. There's 2 different types of harnesses. One is padded if you wanted to do rock climbing. One for the Via Ferrata, you don't really need it to be padded. But yeah, you got the 2 clips. We keep a carabiner on there just in case you want to hook anything on. Some rope, some slings also.
Just in case anything happens.
If you're hanging from a Via Ferrata, you know, it's going to be difficult to get back up.
Very difficult.
But yeah, they're just kind of some things that we use. I mean, if you want any further information, please message us. Even if you want information on how the equipment is used, we're here to help. No problem at all.
But we do have a little clip just before we're about to start on the Zugspitze, don't we? With all of our equipment around us. So this is everything that we take with us. Yeah,
so we've got this. See the isotonic drinks there.
Oh yeah, and hiking poles. There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, hiking poles. And it all just depends on what we're doing. I mean, actually a lot of stuff was missed off there as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of missed stuff off there.
But yeah, thanks for your question.
Thank you. So Andy and Rachel from YouTube asked, do you have a favourite food in Austria? We tried a few different things, didn't we? The Austrian sausage, the Wurst, which you can see in our Austria full video. But we tend not to go out to eat too often because it's quite expensive for us. But we do try the traditional food, don't we? We do, yeah. We have a budget. We have no income. Yes.
YouTube doesn't pay us, so at the moment we try to go to supermarkets and cook our own food. Supermarkets in Austria are great. They're similar to the UK. Germany's similar to the UK. Yeah, great. You know, we can kind of find what we want and cook the meals that we prefer. But yeah, we didn't really go out to eat in Austria, apart from you tried the Frankfurt. Yeah, that was nice. It was really good. I think when we go to different countries that are not so much English food, we will definitely go out a little bit more and try the food. But at the moment we're, like we said, sticking to the budget at the moment. I think we have one last question from Alex Ryan, and this is a really great one. So he says, I've been trying to get a flower shot like yours for almost a year. How do you capture yours? I'm going to leave this one to Mike. He does all the filming, like I said. First of all, I'm glad you noticed that flower shot, because a lot of these little scenes sometimes just go unnoticed. it's difficult. As you would know, it is difficult. It all depends on the light, it all depends on the wind. It is just, I mean, a lot of people tried to pick the flowers. Some flowers survive, some just die straight away. To be quite honest with you, I tried this flower shot for about 3 months, didn't I?
Yeah, I was getting a little bit like, come on now, let's just leave it out. But once Mike got it,
yeah,
it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some examples here that I messed up on, and then the last one being that I actually done. So right now you can see the wind. Again, lots of wind. This is where the light hits in. Oh, put some insects as well. And there is my final one that I succeeded with. So I set it to time lapse. I set it to being ISO to the first frame. That way you won't get loads of color changes with the frames changing. But by doing this, it's more difficult. Say if there is sun in the sky and it's cloudy, because it's set to the first frame, if you record with the cloud covering the sun, and then the sun peeks through the cloud, your whole shot is going to go completely bright, like on our third flower example there. Again, wind is a major one. Most of those, for those 2 first clips you just saw then, it wasn't even really windy, but it was so minute that those little shakes, depending on how zoomed in you are as well. So look for a clear blue day, blue sky. That's my advice. Also, no wind, or try and shield the wind as much as you can. Obviously you're doing it in the morning before the sun hits the flower. Sometimes finding a shaded spot when the sun is out in the daytime, and then watching this, knowing the sun's going to come round to hit the flower, is the best way. It's difficult. It's a difficult question.
Sometimes just pure luck. You just get the right weather, right? And the right lighting, and everything's just perfect.
I mean, it's one of those things where you could go out and do it on your first day, or you could be trying for a whole year to do this. As I say, I tried for 3 months with every spare morning that I had to go out and do this, and Chaus was having almost like a breakdown with me at the end. Like,
so many flowers.
Basically, I edited the Austria movie. I had the whole thing ready apart from the flower. Chaus was going crazy at me every day, saying,
to go.
You just need to just release the movie. I said, I cannot release this movie until that flower is done. I tried for this long and I needed it. It almost became an obsession. But yeah, just keep going out there. Make sure there's no wind. Better on a completely clear day, and keep trying.
Yeah.
Keep trying. And I wish you all the good luck. And you personal messaged me that one, and you know, keep in contact. If you ever need any further advice, I'm here.
And I think we'd say that to anyone. If you need any advice with anything, you can email us or put it in the description. And I think we also just want to say a massive thank you for still continuing to watch and subscribe, and all your lovely comments. It really helps us. And like Mike said, we are struggling a little bit with watch time. So I think we're going to take it a little bit in a different direction. We're going to show a lot of what we do in the motorhome, and we're going to give you a lot of top 10 tips, and we're going to still continue with our travels, still make cinematic movies. But I think we're going to just do a little bit of additional filming, and we really hope you will like that as well.
Yeah.
But I think, we just want to say a humongous thank you.
Yep.
And we'll see you in our next destination. We're not going to tell you where it is.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.